but crazy ridiculous. I feel like I just gotta hold it for the rest of the show now.
Why is it so, it works so well?
I'm gonna like hit something though. This is where I'm gonna hit something. Oh, see? Look. Oh, Phantom Menace, how I adore. I guess it's the same, hey?
I still, to this day, ooh, it's smoking. Is that steaming? Smoking? Can you see that?
Should I open it?
Is that a bad thing?
Wow.
I guess this is his actual. Oh. It comes with a training cup. I love it. Kind of looks like a chocolate. Let's get it. Let's get it. How do I do this and not crash it? Again, there's kind of a backstory to this of why I love it so much.
It's so great. It's too great that I hated it. Oh. I think my skill set is being ridiculous. I think that's my strength. If I was in a job interview, what's your strength? Being absolutely but crazy ridiculous. I feel like I just gotta hold it for the rest of the show now.
Why is it so, it works so well?
I'm gonna like hit something though. This is where I'm gonna hit something. Oh, see? Look. Oh, Phantom Menace, how I adore. I guess it's the same, hey?
I still, to this day, ooh, it's smoking. Is that steaming? Smoking? Can you see that?
Should I open it?
Is that a bad thing?
Wow.
I guess this is his actual. Oh. It comes with a training cup. I love it. Kind of looks like a chocolate. Let's get it. Let's get it. How do I do this and not crash it? Again, there's kind of a backstory to this of why I love it so much.
It's so great. It's too great that I hated it. Oh. I think my skill set is being ridiculous. I think that's my strength. If I was in a job interview, what's your strength? Being absolutely but crazy ridiculous. I feel like I just gotta hold it for the rest of the show now.
Why is it so, it works so well?
I'm gonna like hit something though. This is where I'm gonna hit something. Oh, see? Look. Oh, Phantom Menace, how I adore. I guess it's the same, hey?
I still, to this day, ooh, it's smoking.
Where am I? Why was I in space? Oh, we're here. Bloody not too late anyway. 38 minutes after I said we were going to be here, but we're here nevertheless. How we doing? How are we doing? Hey, Eric, how you doing? Dr. Bespin in the chat. Joseph Brady, Star Wars Nerd. Hey, Ledge, how you doing? How you doing? Great to see you. You must have Yava in the chat as well. Brady was back there. Lightning coming in nice and early this morning as well. Yeah, you like my shirt? I got it last year, obviously, when the show was going on. I love it. I rarely wear it. What is that sound? Is that a plane? Can you guys hear that? Oh, it's loud. I got it last year when the show was out, and someone told me that I look like it looks like the Kaminoan kid uniform that Boba Fett wears in Attack of the Clones. I'm like, you know what? You're kind of right. It kind of does, but I fair point. Why is it so dark in here today? I've had having not streamed in a while. What's going on? I can't see anything. It's so dark. Yeah, could you hear that? I think it was a plane. To be fair, let me adjust this lighting. Hang on. There we go. Looking a bit brighter now. How we doing, gang? We're gonna hang out a little bit tonight. It's a Friday night for where you are probably. So happy Friday. What a good time. We're gonna be having a great time. I am still playing Outlaws. I feel so bad. I was meant to stream this week, but I just didn't get around to it. But I'm still playing it personally myself, just as for fun, just enjoying it, having a good time with it. So yeah, I'm having a really good time. If you remember the end of last stream, I actually had to end it because it was I had this random bug glitch in the game where I couldn't access Nicks, but I had to actually literally Google it and go on Reddit and go on all these things. And a lot of people had been having that issue where they couldn't access Nicks and there was some glitch with it. But you had to deselect and reselect Nyx's like accessories. It was like a really random fix, but then it fixed it. But it has been an issue, so it's interesting. It is interesting. Hey Rob, how you doing? Get it in, stream it. I need something to have on the background while I study. Yeah, I'm. You know what? I'm busy tomorrow, but into next week, I think we might have some time. I think we'll get amongst it. Ubisoft, Anna. I did see that they came out there saying they're still working on those patches. So I don't know if they're still actively seeking to fix it. I have grace for it. But it has been super janky. Like that one, the Nyx thing was the biggest one, and then I did run into one mission that was like completely unplayable. But Ubisoft like came out and said like, hey, we know there's like a massive issue with this level. So I don't know. What can you do? I have so many other things to say about Outlaws, but let's focus today on the title and thumbnail of the stream. We're talking about Ahsoka, particularly today. Well, I mean, I don't know if we'll delve into all the realm of the whole seasonal show, but we're talking particularly about this time last year. This took place over a few weeks, so this is not particularly the day, but over this just kind of 10-day period, this time last year, which can you believe it's been a year, was the episodes 4 and 5 of Ahsoka that we got of the return of Hayden, of the return of Anakin in Ahsoka and in Star Wars, and it was mind-blowing to say the least. You might have seen I shared that reel of me reacting to it and just kind of reminiscing of my reaction to the video, because I just, I saw it was the 1 year anniversary, looked at the reaction, I'm like, man, this was such a crazy time in the fandom. It was rumored heavily. Everyone's like, it makes sense. The Ahsoka show's coming up. It makes sense to have Anakin in it. It was rumored. But still, I don't know about you, I was just as shocked. I was just like, even knowing the high likelihood that we would be getting him in it, I was still shocked as hell. I do think, even if everyone knew it, they actually revealed it quite well. I think they did that well, because I think it was like, right at the end of the episode, right? Episode 4, which was actually a fantastic standalone episode. That episode, if you don't remember, if you haven't done a rewatch of Ahsoka, go do it. Episode 4 is very strong. It's right at the end, like the story of the episode is finished. And it's the last moment that we have the reveal of Ahsoka in that world between worlds, and we have Anakin saying, hey, Snips, which obviously changed everything. Crazy. Dr. Bespin coming in saying, I rewatch episode 5 all the time. Yeah, it's an amazing episode. It's quite artistic as well. I think, the story and purpose aside, it's very artistic. I really like, it's really grown on me, like the look of the episode as well. Yeah, it's what an amazing moment. But let's reminisce. Let me know, what was that moment for you guys like? I mean, a lot of you, thankfully, were still here. A lot of you have still been around a whole year. And were with me. I think we streamed it. We're live streaming it. And so a lot of you were with me for that journey. But if you weren't here, if you're newer to the channel the past year, let me know right now. How did you react? Did you cry? Did you jump? Did you pass out? What happened when you saw Hayden back in Ahsoka? Hayden, absolutely, Spartan. Hera and Jason, that mother and son bond, and hearing the sabers beneath the sea, epic. Yeah, hearing the sabers was really cool. I like that moment. Episode 5 of Ahsoka was one of the first shows to make me cry, aside from the Bad Batch finale. Yes, I think in new Star Wars, I've only cried, 4 times. 5 times. I think Kenobi finale. Yeah, Kenobi finale. Bad Batch finale. What else? Kenobi finale, Bad Batch finale. This episode. Well, I didn't really cry. I think I was just hyperventilating. Like, rewatching my reaction to that moment, I just hyperventilated. So, but I was just kind of like overwhelmed. It was more after I did. What else did I cry at? I can't remember what the other things were. $5 coming in from Haunted Autumn. Hera. And you've already said this. Yeah. But same as Beneath the Sea. But thank you for putting it into a super chat for me, my friend. Thank you so much. Epic. May the force be with you. You too. Hope you've been having a good week, Haunted. Appreciate ya. I rewatch episode 5 of Acolyte all the time. Is that the Saber one? Is that the fight in the night one? Good choice. Absolutely. Oh my god. Wow, CG, I didn't know this was you at first because you had to have a new profile pitch. Wow. Oh my god. $50 dues coming in from CG. Master CG of the channel. Here's a small thanks for having me on your last member stream. Was a blast. Glad you like the books. I actually have the Leia one. Would love to do a book review. Let me say it again. Would love to do a book review once that one is done. Thanks again, and can't wait for the next Masters meeting. Oh, my friend, it was so great having you on. If you members were there, you would have access to it as Master CG came on to chat about the new books. They're back here. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, there they are. There they are. I've started the Truce of Bakura. Very interesting, good, thick. They're meaty. They're meaty books, meaty texts. So really, really cool. But man, I can't thank you enough. You've been so generous to send those to me in this massive super. Are you kidding me? You are a gem of this world, CG. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it, man. Insane. Izzy, how you doing? What's up? Not much. I'm chilling. I'm cruising. That's okay, Squanted. I gotcha. Master Yava, what have you got for us? I still love the Ahsoka show. I was just thinking of how much Rosario Dawson loves to play Ahsoka. She did her research, and I feel she cares about the fanon. This is such a great point to bring up, Yava, because I think something to be highlighted, because I think a little bit of the discussion, especially when the show was coming out, but even beforehand in Mando, is, like how much, like the live action portrayal of Ahsoka. And I think it is a tricky thing to, like, be full on into knowing and understanding an animated character and then to have that in live action. I think that's a hard left turn. Like it's hard to get around that. But I think I actually cannot figure out who else or what else would make Rosario's portrayal of Ahsoka more believable for me. Like, I think, like, is it an animated cartoon? No. But is it what I think is probably the best portrayal of Ahsoka? I think so. Like, I totally agree with you here, Yava. I think you can see her research that she's done to really add to the craft of Ahsoka's, portrayal. I think the interesting thing is, like, you compare it to, like, Alden Ehrenreich doing Han Solo for the Solo movie. You have a real person to base off. You have Harrison Ford to base off. You have his mannerisms and his movement, his walk and his talk and his, how he holds his body, like, to kind of go off. As an actor, like actor on actor, you can kind of go off that. But I would be really interested to hear Rosario talk about how to base, like looking into all those things, walking, talking, movement, breath, facial expressions, all that kind of stuff. But basing that completely off only a cartoon character, I bet that would be hard. So I think, yeah, there needs to be a lot of credit to Rosario there, because I think she encapsulated so much of this, like, essentially made up mannerisms that just are not human. In the live action portrayal of it. Like, is it a perfect cartoon? No, but is it a good portrayal? Absolutely. Great point, Yava. Love it. Yes, there you go. Who is that? It looks like an ODST trooper. Is it a Halo thing? I wasn't planning on it, but Hayden is my little childhood hero, so seeing him back as Anakin was, you weren't planning on crying? Yeah. I vibed that. Dr. Bespin. Dr. You've already changed your profile picture, Dr. Bespin. That's a sick looking Vader. Oh no, sorry, that's not Vader. That's Malak, is it? My bad. Seeing Hayden absolutely crash the performance from the acting side, to the saber side, all incredible. The colliding of season 2 Clone Wars with my childhood of the prequels was amazing in every way. Yes, I have the same experience, Dr. Bespin, because obviously I got really into the prequels hardcore as a kid. That's what introduced me to Star Wars, and that's what I loved most into Star Wars. And then as a young teen, you all know the story, as a young teen growing into Clone Wars, and Clone Wars was my favorite thing. I totally agree. The, like, combination of those two aspects was just like, insane. Great point. Ryan, how you doing? How's everyone? I'm doing pretty well. How's chat? Oh, gifting the subs out. I love to see a Star Wars nerd. Appreciate you sharing that race-head love, my friend. You legend. Oh, is that Kirsty? What is Kirsty doing awake? Sorry. So I did this. I was trying to do it nice and early for you, Kirsty, but I was super late today. But you're here anyway. Hello. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. The fans helped her get cast. She seems to appreciate it, which is cool. Absolutely. Absolutely. $5 dues coming in from Haunted again, stepping outside the Star Wars universe for a moment. As much as I loved Hayden returning in universe, watching him get in real life, love in real life was so magical. That is like the one thing I cannot watch on like in any capacity is any clip of Hayden at Star Wars Celebration when he comes out on stage and like the outpouring he gets and the love he gets, and then he gets emotional. I cannot watch that for the life of me. Not for a bad reason, but because I bawl like a baby that is teething. I am just... I cannot like emotionally withstand it at all. It is so heartwarming. It is so amazing. I totally agree. It's such an but you know, my feelings aside, it is so amazing to see the love that he's getting from the fandom now. You know, to know his experience and how rough he had it. Yeah, to have that love now is insane for him. Absolutely. But thank you for the $5 dues, my friend. You legend. Great chats today. So good. Yeah, Malgus. I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I felt bad I said Vader. I think I just saw the bald head on. Yeah. At least I corrected myself. Myself. I drew up yes, right? Oh, I can't stand it. I like in like the nicest way. I can't stand it. It's just like I just cannot handle it. But we'll talk about the actual involvement of Hayden in the episode in just a moment. I've got some great photos and stills of the episode. I've got that great behind the scene clip to show as well. So stick around. We're having a good time. I hope you're settling in for a nice show. Actually embodied the childhood of Ahsoka and how she matured throughout the Clone Wars. Now Rosario is going to embody her adulthood. Yes, Yava, you get it. You get it, my friend. Oh my God, yes. So good. So good. So true. So true. There's something so just delicious about it. It's fantastic. Coverphonic! How you doing, my friend? $10 dues coming in. Howdy. Yeehaw. Back at ya. Thank you so much for the $10 dues. Appreciate ya. Hey, let's make a deal. I'll use this $10 dues to buy... How much are your fonts? I'll buy one of your fonts. Oh, but I hope you're doing well, my friend. So good to hear from you. GT. My comment on your post got ratioed, lol. Oh, which one? What comment? On, I don't know. I make like 3 posts a day. Which one? I indeed cried seeing Hayden and Anakin in Clone Wars armor give Ahsoka well-needed closure. Yeah, 100%. And honestly, Dr. Bespin adding to this is Ariana Greenblatt doesn't get enough credit for young Ahsoka. She crushed it too alongside Hayden. I am interested, and we'll talk about this a little bit when we talk about the actual, content of the episode and what we got of this story. It's a good way to talk about Ahsoka. One, we're talking about in master meetings, but also we're getting a little bit of news out saying Natasha is Sabine, who's coming out and saying, oh, we're not doing production till mid next year, which is quite a way away. But my big thing is I wonder if we're doing any other flashbacks. I mean, to be honest, I haven't thought about it this hard, but I'll pose it to you now. Do you think we're going to do more flashbacks? Because Ariana would have been, they were in production of that 2022. Ariana is like 17 now, 17. So she would have been 14, 15. Am I getting those facts right? I think I am. But regardless, there'll be like a 3.5+ year gap of actual production of the show. So it's if they do a flashback, Ariana is going to be quite older, a lot older than she was portraying, previous Clone Wars Anakin, Clone Wars Ahsoka. So I don't know. Just food for thought. What do you think? Should you play it again? Are we going to get another flashback? Answer me that. Coming in, CG. Remember, for 15 months. That's too long. My friend. Let me have a sip and then read this. Hang on. So good. Ahsoka started off good, but had issues. Did not like the depiction of Thrawn. Ahsoka ended up on the a side character in our own show, and too much Sabine focus. Not buying, surviving the stab. Did not buy how Ezra is in the same place as Thrawn. That's right. That's true. You can't deny that these Hayden episodes were flawless. Come on. There you go. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. $5 news on the positive side. Love seeing Hayden back as Anakin. Young Ahsoka was amazing. Fight with Baylan was very good. That's what we like to hear. I love it. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I appreciate that $5 news. Insane. Ahsoka used a really creative way to do flashbacks. Yeah, it really did. It really did. Lightning continuing on saying, I still hope to see a total behind the scenes from Hayden episodes. I want to hear Dave talk about the meaning of everything we saw. Was it real? Was it a dream? Was it? What was the symbolism? Absolutely. Lightning, that's a great moment to bring this up. This is, of course, that it's this like 1.5 minute behind the scenes, and it's fantastic. And I totally agree with you what you're saying here, Lane, because I'm like, give me like a 3-hour documentary of just this. Come on, it's unreal. It's super uplifting. It's super like just it gets you going. It's fantastic. Let me turn off the music and let's take a listen. And you know, we'll watch it through, and then we might go through and pause it at parts. But let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. You let me know.
It was amazing to have Ahsoka and Anakin back together again.
You know, as I was figuring out the story for Ahsoka, I just really thought, well, there's an opportunity I could bring Anakin and Ahsoka together. It's just awesome.
I didn't expect to see you so soon.
Anakin.
When I got the phone call to talk about being a part of the Ahsoka project, I was thrilled.
One is never too old to learn, Snips.
I met Hayden when I was 16, and we were in acting school together over a summer. And to have that kind of history with him, it really was like seeing my old friend.
It's nice if it's like a genuine sort of recollection of like, oh, I've heard that before.
Oh, I've heard that before.
It just was really, really powerful for Ahsoka to see her guard come down.
You lack conviction.
You know her as a stoic, super powerful, on top of it, warrior. And all of a sudden, she's Padawan again.
I'm here to finish your training.
Putting on the Anakin costume, getting to wear those Jedi robes, it kind of blows your mind every time. I just feel very grateful.
There's hope for you yet.
Unreal. This is such, like, again, like, oh, give us 3 hours of it. I want to bring up Couple Phonic. You mentioned you've heard that they have gallery episodes already done and edited for the Ahsoka series, but for some reason they haven't released it. Oh, who did you hear that from? Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah, to be fair, I was going to make the point where we have the moments. Let me try and get a still of it. Like, we have these moments where, like, they're sitting down. To be fair, I'm not too sure of, like, you know, this was an ET exclusive, so I don't know if it was just their production on this, doing these interviews. But, like, you know, like, they've got them sitting there already talking about doing stuff. I'm like, yeah, surely it's out there in the stratosphere that they've done. Oh my god, really? Oh my god, dude, that's insane. That makes sense. Then that makes sense. I wonder. I would have mentioned this at D23. Honestly, I would have at D23 just be like, hey, like, you know, Ahsoka fans, did you love the show last year? Well, you know, look forward to our BTS. Like, come on. Or maybe they'll do it. When will they release that? When's the logical time to release that? I don't know. I don't know when would be a logical time to release, but it's just cool. That's cool. But let's talk about the comments about this clip just talked about, just shown before we do. Haunted coming in with another $5 dues. How amazing was it that Obi-Wan Anakin gave us the perfect continuation of his prequel trilogy character, and then in Ahsoka nailed the Clone Wars Anakin. It was perfect. It was perfect. No notes. Oh yeah, talking about how, you know, we haven't gotten too much because he says we could. Dave wanted to leave a lot for our own interpretation. He's a fan of that. You've got a point. He is a big fan of that. Hey, Master Tim in the chat, how you doing? Star Wars Nerd coming in. $2 dues, my friend. Dang it, I'm tearing up. Thanks. I know, that's all right. We'll all shed a tear together. It is beautiful. It's such a fantastic, just 1 minute of insanity. It's fantastic. Ooh, now Kirsty's onto something. Here we go. Yes, because And this is why I'm very keen to get the Kenobi still back, like Blu-ray, whatever, because they've done it for Kenobi and Andor. And apparently there is even more behind the scenes on both of those DVDs than there is on Disney Plus. Well, Andor doesn't have any behind the scenes on Disney Plus. And then Obi-Wan had the Jedi's Return. Jedi's Return? Is that what it's called? Master's Return? Jedi's Return? Has that like kind of hour and a half kind of documentary thing. It's more focused on just Ewan and Hayden, which, I mean, no complaints there. But yeah, I think that's a fair point. They might be saving it for Blu-ray. That's an interesting thought. I got it. I went back to it. My friend. Don't you forget. Don't you forget. I came back. I went back. Oh man, you guys are being super generous today. Insane. $10 dues. Another $10 is coming in from CG. I know there has been criticism of Hayden's depiction of Anakin, but the one thing is absolute. No possible way anyone could have handled that role of Anakin better, just like no one could do Palps like Ian. That's such a great point. That's such a great perspective to have. I totally agree. Like I can't think of like anyone like kind of Hayden's age that, would have been, at the same age as Anakin at that time to play him. Like imagine if it was like, I don't know, who's someone random, like a James Franco or someone random, like, like how, like I can't imagine anyone else doing it. Insane. People complain that the awkward torn teenage boy was portrayed accurately. Yeah, well, like he's meant to be. Yeah, I get you. Give me the Blu-ray. I ordered the Kenobi Steelbook just the other day. Did ya? I need the special features. Yes, I'm thinking of getting it. I'm thinking of getting that too because I really want to see that. I didn't like that complaint either. Yeah, didn't make sense. But yeah, talking about this episode again, like I posted that shot this morning. But again, I just like yesterday watching my own reactions to this moment. It was just insane, and I just was kind of reliving it of just trying to absorb. Like I think there was the shock factor of like seeing Hayden being like, okay, this is Hayden, this is Anakin right now. Like it was like the shock of that's Hayden, and then it's like, okay, we're watching Anakin Skywalker right now. It was just insane, which was so awesome. But apart from the fantastic reveal of the end of episode 4, we get into episode 5 and they really have a lot to do with each other. It was quite impressive to see, the actual story that unfolded with these two, the kind of conversation they had. You need to finish your training. They go into the flashback and then they continue fighting. And, there's hope for you left. There's hope left for you yet. Is that the line? I think that's the line. It's so good. Hey, Christmas meat, how you doing? I know, a year. Isn't that insane? What are we all doing? God, what have you done in a year? What have I done in a year? I've moved. That's enough. Steelbooks sell out quickly over here. Wow, interesting. I get one of them imported from the US. No way. Did you get both? Or did you get Andor? I didn't even know you got those. Yeah, I was gonna say DiCaprio, funny enough, was in the running for Anakin, but not sure how true, but I read it somewhere. He was like, is he the same? Oh no, he's older though, isn't he? He's a little bit older, but like, he would have been a young enough sort of age frame for Anakin. That would have been insane. Absolutely insane. Another $2 dose from Haunted. Hayden, World Between Worlds. My mind was blown. Yeah, it was insane. Like I said, I think there was so. You've got all of them? Who are you, Kirsty? What? Who are you? I didn't know that. You need to tell me every DVD you get. What are you saying? What are you doing? What are you saying? I didn't know that. Tell us? Does Kenobi have more BTS on it? Like, do they have more BTS on it? Insane. But I love that this wasn't just a cameo for the sake of a cameo. I think that's what makes so much of this, moment so intensely good, is that it's not just like, she's just having a force vision of Anakin and he's just standing there. Like, I think that's what makes it so good for me, is that there's actually such a deep lesson and deep lore and story to this, interaction and involvement they have with each other, which I absolutely love. Yeah, true. Okay, deal. This is a good question. Do you think Anakin has replaced the father? I think, we'll get to that, but I think that's a possibility. That's so true. Kirsty, a German Shepherd, looks like it's judging me. Look at that face. That's so true. It's so true. But yeah, the story of this whole sequence was just so powerful. Because I've talked to, I actually weirdly made a video. I don't usually do videos like that, but I made a video saying, this is what the lesson Anakin was telling Ahsoka in this episode, and it was very layered, like it is. And the more I've watched it, the more I think about this kind of connection that they have. It's really layered of why this is important and why this is meaningful to specifically Ahsoka's development as a force wielder, but also as a master. I think the whole idea of like he needs to teach her to let go, and I think that's a very critical part for Jedi training, Force training, letting go, and her having this kind of experience through the Force to see that why and how she can let go of her guilt, and but also to kind of just show her it wasn't her hand in all this that made him turn and made him do all these bad things, which I think she still holds. And so it's just so good. But all of that, none of that is said. I think that's what makes this quite well written, for me at least, is that that's not said. And it's not like, okay, Ahsoka, like you're too upset, so we're gonna like battle until you like get over it. Like it wasn't said what the lesson should be. It was just really well portrayed in the situation and the environment, the symbolism of what they were saying. It wasn't direct, but it was meaningful. It was just so good, so good. I love it. But yeah, what did you take out of this meeting of their duel? Oh, this is such a great shot. He looks so good as Revenge of the Sith Anakin, man. There's hope for you yet. Me to my dog the first time he went outside to me. I love that. It's so good. I will definitely buy the 4K because of how much I love the show. It was so special. Yeah, I would love to see 4K, to be honest. Okay, the extra bonuses on Kenobi is Duel of the Fates, Obi versus Vader, the Dark Times villains, designing a galaxy, and the director's commentary. Oh my god, yes! The director's commentary is what I want to hear. I want to hear Deborah talk about it. Oh my god, yes. That's what I want. Thank you. I'm gonna go buy it after this show now. But again, what did you take out of this lesson? Anakin's lesson. I read into it. I think the interesting moment of these episodes coming out, 5 even into the next episode, is trying to understand what just that question, answering that question, and the fans' answers to that question. What was Anakin teaching Ahsoka? And I think quite a few people had similar thoughts, but a lot of people had kind of slightly different interpretations, which I sort of love. I sort of love how we all just kind of absorb different things from it. I think the idea of showing the flashbacks was so pertinent to so many reasons, for fans, but also just to the story of what this whole connection was unreal. It was so good. And I think I look back at my reaction, like that moment that I realized, I thought we were just kind of going to another realm. Because remember, she like falls off the World Between Worlds like bridge thing, and she falls into the mist, this orange mist, and turns into young Ahsoka. And I just remembered thinking that it was just another mythical area, and then to realize she's a lot smaller, and go, oh my god, this is young Ahsoka was insane. There is a lot here, as is, but I think this is absolutely into Anakin being the father, and I pray Dave is allowed to continue this arc. Well, I think, yeah. From all that I've absorbed, I doubt that this, like a season 2, won't happen, honestly. I think, we'll continue talking about the lesson in this whole sequence, but, all this aside, I think Ahsoka was the most positively received show. Maybe apart from Mando season 1 and 2. It's like, for me, I think those three, Ahsoka season 1 and Mando 1 and 2, are the most positively received shows, and Disney would have taken note of that. Star Wars now coming in saying, I think he was teaching her how to be balanced, also showing that he himself is finally balanced. He was giving her closure about everything. Yeah, I think that was quite a key thing to you bringing up there, is closure. That word, closure. She needed it. Anakin's lesson, says Kirsty, is we are more complicated than just being this one thing. Example, Vader, passing on legacy and learn from mistakes. That is what I took. Yes, I definitely think learning from mistakes was a big one. I even like the kind of tense that Anakin spoke to Ahsoka in, because it was kind of dipping from present tense to past tense to future tense. Like it was kind of chopping and changing, and like into each moment, which I think made it just that more kind of this ethereal moment and mythical moment. But yeah, passing on the legacy, learn from mistakes. Yeah. Come on. Virtuo's coming in with a great thought here. She needed Anakin to help her get over her past and move forward. Like a true master, he gave her a tough lesson, but it worked. Even though she saw his Force ghost, I'd still love to see Luke tell Ahsoka about Vader being redeemed. Yeah, I totally agree. I think that's a missed opportunity still. One of the biggest missed opportunities in Star Wars so far is not having those two together yet. Well, sorry, having those two together, but not having those two have a conversation about it. I think they missed it there. Master Tim, what do you got for me? I love this so much. Maybe want a show with Hayden and young Ahsoka for live action Clone Wars show. Dude, we would watch the shit out of that. How good would that be? And of course, the very iconic moment, talking about Clone Wars, Tim, is, these shots, fantastic imagery, fantastic just scenery. It's just so good. It's so good. The flick. Do I have the next slide? Oh, I thought I had the next slide, damn it. The flick to Vader in that moment. Unbeatable. It's just so fantastic. Again, and this is what I mean by I think visually, I think creatively, like the other shows are good, well-made shows. The productions are good. Coming from an artistic point of view, they're quite conservative in terms of they don't want to kind of go too far in the fantastical kind of realm in a way. But I thought this was such an artistic display of what Dave was trying to say with this. And Dave has always been that way, where he knows exactly what he's trying to say. He's just got to figure out the means and how to say it. And that has always been expanding. And I think that's what actually is the key to him being just such a fantastic creative, is that he doesn't work it out what he wants to sound the way, which I think, when it comes to writers, directors, they're kind of, it is kind of that role, that kind of role of how they do it sometimes. But Dave is very, very firm on what he knows and believes of the story and the characters first. Like, just aside from production timetables, aside from what shows are happening or not happening, he understands the characters of the story without any pressure of what media that needs to be. So then when it comes to, hey, we want to make this show, hey, we want you to produce this thing, we want you to tell this story, he can do it. Like I take that from the way that Tales of the Jedi even came about, is that Dave just was and they talked about this when it was the Tales of the Jedi panel in 2022 Anaheim Celebration. Dave was talking about it, and he was explaining how it came about, is that he knows all these Jedi and all these Jedi stories so well, and he loves these prequel Jedi, and he would, as he was flying through to different Mandalorian production spots, that he was doodling. So this is back in 2019. He would doodle on airplane, like napkins, different pictures of like young Count Dooku and all these different characters and stories about Qui-Gon, and have those ideas and stories already in him. And that's why I think just comes out so well in his media and what he makes. And that's why I think I just don't, and where's Saj? I need to fight with him about this. I really am fascinated by people's distaste for his, kind of creative expression. I kind of get, because it's subjective, and some people, like he does, I think Dave's combination with John is like the prime, that's the best. But, you know, is his strength as a director fully there yet? Probably not. But in terms of the creative, like, ability to storytell, I think he's the best. I think he's just the best. I totally agree. It's one of the best. One of the best. There were so many amazing singular shots and moments in this episode. Yes! Like, every still of this show is, like, a masterpiece. Insane. The best word I can describe the cinematography is beautiful. Also, yay, 4 months. Yeah, celebrating 4 months being a part of the Race Squad. It's great being here. Well, thank you for hanging around, Joseph. I appreciate you. Hey, Wicked, how you doing? Tim, what have you got for me? I feel like it would be great after we have the new employees at Lucasfilm, like bringing back Katie Lucas, bringing in Sam Witwer to help, and including all the people that made the originals. So great. Those are two interesting names to bring up, actually. Katie Lucas is an interesting one. I wonder if she would be keen to come back and do things. What was the last thing she did? I think it must have been Clone Wars. I don't think she's done anything after Clone Wars, but that's an interesting point. And Sam Witwer, yeah, that's a great concept. Great guy. He knows a lot about Star Wars. He loves this franchise. That's a fair point. Kirsty, what have you? I've read the first line and I'm mad. What do you got to say? God damn. I don't get the Dave and John hype. I vibe with a lot of Dave's stuff, but I've been very met on most projects, including non-Star Wars that John does. Okay, well, here's the thing. I've been and analyze this. I've been met on when John does stuff alone in Star Wars. But when they're together, Mando season 1 and 2, I think it's prime. Because Dave is like so smart and so creative within Star Wars, but he needs that kind of experienced edge to just kind of crisp the lines of the story, if you will. Man, the metaphors I come up with. Hey, Lucas, yeah. She's good. She did some good episodes, man. She did some fantastic episodes in Clone Wars. But yeah. I don't know. Dave Filoni. I am very fascinated with how the Mando movie is gonna... I'm not big on Mando, though. Other than when they tie into Clone Wars and Rebels. Wow! What is your thought on man? I can't wait to get to in the Masters meeting and talk about Mando season 1 and 2 then. That's really interesting. That is really, really interesting. I agree with that. John and Dave together is the great duo. Yes, I do agree with that. Even if Kirsty disagrees. Goodness. Bert Church is coming in saying, I always thought Witwer would be great consultant on the shows, etc. But I think he also has a lot of time taken up by his music and other interests too. Yeah, he like streams, he does cons, like he does a bunch of stuff. Hey, he's a cool guy. I want to be friends with him. Dude, I have not any sort of recollection of this. Not even a slight remembrance of you ever hinting at this. Dude, I just got music in my ears when you're talking. I don't know. I have no memory of you ever mentioning this. I don't know, you're Mando? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about Ahsoka, damn it. But I want to briefly talk about, you know, how... Oh, I forgot this banner. Let me put the next banner up. Hang on. Let's put this banner up. Next question. Next question, baby. Could Anakin be in season 2? $5 is coming in from Haunted. I recognize the flaws of Filoni, but the final 4 episodes of Clone Wars are my favorite Star Wars content. And Dave has introed so many cool concepts into lore. He has. He's melted those so well, too. So well. Yeah. I agree. The last four episodes of Clone Wars are just like they need to be in a museum. I don't know. They're fantastic. $5 thank you so much. Appreciate it. I haven't, but I probably should. Okay, well, okay, all right, gang. Jeez, let me rewrite the question. You all bunch of zingers. All right, what about this as a question? What is Anakin doing in season 2? What is he doing there? What's happening? What is going on? Why is he there? Let's just do the show like this. Answer me that. Answer me that. Oh, I muted myself too quick. I'm topping up the coffee. Answer me that question then. Oh man. Hey Avalon, how you doing? Oh, Kirsty. I'm nice to you. 1 week. Shocking. Ban Kirsty. Yeah, do you want to time out, Kirsty? Am I super grainy? Am I super pixelated right now? Why am I like lagging a little bit? Is anyone seeing that, or is that just me? I don't know. Anyway, let's keep rolling. Anakin is gonna have some role with the Abeloth storyline for sure. Yeah, maybe. I keep getting hair on my man. You keep seeing me touch my face. I've got like tiny hairs like tickling my face. I'm crystal clear. I don't know what I gotta do now. Crystal clear? I don't know. We're gonna show you in 4K. There you go. I didn't know that. Oh yes, Stubbs knows. I think Anakin is just going to be chilling in the background till Abeloth shows when he's like, "You're not that scary." Yeah, well, that's going to be the direct quote. That's going to be the line he says. Amazing. I think it'll be a Force spirit that Ahsoka will convene when she needs guidance. I think that'll be cool. I think we should get like full Ben Kenobi to Luke helping out in those moments where Luke is like feeling weak, and so in those moments that Anakin is feeling weak. Sorry, I keep fucking confusing myself. In the moments where Ahsoka is feeling weak, she just kind of reaches out in the Force, and Anakin's like, "Keep going, you're doing great." Like he just kind of does that to her. Yeah. Okay, all right. We're back on agreeing terms now, Kirsty. Jeez. Oh. Zing. What? They already did. They already did the War Between Worlds. I guess that's Skywalking already. Ooh, my God. That's like messed up, but I kind of love it. I kind of love that. Also, did you say Tony's live right now? I want to go annoy him. What he's doing? Is he playing Survivor? I think that's what he's been doing, eh? Oh, he is! I'll just, hang on. Let me type in his chat. I just typed "love you, bro" in his chat. Oh, that's great. Oh, cute. Mom and Dad are watching. Oh, this is embarrassing. Oh, cute. Can you have something to do? It's Saturday morning. Oh, no. I'm embarrassed now. He's still streaming. I know. I haven't banned someone in so long. I miss banning people. Let me ban you, Kirsty. Oh, man. So good. Kirsty says, "Hi, everyone." Well, everyone, just meaning Mom and Dad. Technically, it was in the water in Ahsoka. Ooh, controversial point. Controversial. You think this is the water, technically, Tim? Like, I know. That's actually a really good question. Like, let's talk about that. Where like she falls into the water, right? Oh, TMI. TMI. My God. Yeesh. Whew. Yeah. No way it's been a year. I know. Insane. That is the world between worlds. But that's a good point, because she falls into the water, right? Falls in the water. How does she... Is she just, like, unconscious, and then her mind goes to World Between Worlds? Or do people think there's actually a portal? Like, we just didn't see it, but if you kind of peek over the cliff, there's, like, a little portal in World Between Worlds? What's going on there? What's going on there? What time is it in Australia? It's currently 10:25 in the morning. In the morning. So Corny to play Abeloth. Prob's not. I think she's gonna be like a badass Grogu grandma in the Mando movie. That's a big question, but like, how does the War Between Worlds work? Oh, here we go. Sorry, Dr. Bespin, I missed your comment about how he's going to be in season 2. Definitely a guy, but I think with Ahsoka as the daughter and Anakin as the father, there will be something deeper with the two of them beyond just an Obi-Wan-esque Force Ghost role. Yeah, it's a fair point. Like, I think that's what I want to see, like Anakin just being in that teacher role for Ahsoka. But I think most people are right with the concept of there's got to be more to this Abeloth theory, this in the distance, this Peridia, this Force being, this what's Baylan after, that whole thing. I definitely think there's going to be more to that. On the cusp of the beyond, lay that world between worlds. There you go. Tell Tony that Taylor Swift should play Abeloth. I will. Let me do that right now. Let me do it right now. So good. I want to put him. How do I put him on the stream? How do I put him on the stream? Hang on. Oh, where did I go? Okay, let's crash Tony's thing for a second.
Let's see. Tony, I think Taylor Swift should play Abeloth. Thoughts? Hannah, I know you like Taylor Swift. Weren't you at a Taylor Swift concert and you recorded a reaction video that got like 1 million views? No. Shin could be Abeloth, or Natalie Portman could be Abeloth.
Natalie Portman, my guy.
Story, Fallen Order, gameplay, Survivor. Bro, I'm right there with you, 100%. Fallen Order story, beautiful, but playing Survivor is much more fun. I heard Tony is hosting a Star Wars convention in his home for free.
So good. I you know what? Abeloth. I mean, we're still talking about it. Any changes you see to Baylan's character because of Rey's passing and the recast? I think I heard a fairly legit rumor that he was going to be recast. I honestly
Super powerful.
I think that's probably the best way to go about it, honestly. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. I think the one, there's so much merit and credit, and Kirsty, you know actually a lot about this, is that the closeness that Ahsoka cast had, and the love that they had for Rey, I think has been shown so well in so much of how they talk about him, they talk about the project. And I honestly think the most, to carry on the character that he started in this show, I think would be awesome. I think that's totally cool. So I'm down for a recast, of course, honoring the amazing character he started. Gone too soon. Rob coming in saying The Rock. The Rock wall had a portal in Rebels that Ezra went through. Then it vanished. The portals appear for who they are meant for, it seems. That's a good point, Rob. You're schooling me there on my lore. That's so true. It kind of opens and shuts and you can't see it. That's, yeah, fair. Recast is realistically the only way forward to carry on the story. Yeah, true. It'd be hard, like hypothetically, right? Hypothetically, if they were just like, we don't want to continue Rey's character, I feel like it kind of cuts off a little bit of the momentum of the story for what was going to happen there on Peridia, and who they're stuck there, who they defeat, what they discover. Look, like with Baylan and Shin, Ahsoka and Sabina there, like I think that you're so right. It probably shuts down a lot of what they could have done with the show, which they are going on with the shows. That's why I'm like, yeah, you're right. They're probably gonna do a recast. Best thing in the franchise has had in decades, but his character is too important to abandon. Exactly. The Rock should play Abeloth. That's really funny that you say that, Tim, because I thought that's what Rob was saying earlier. I was like, The Rock. Oh, it's so good. Leave Schreiber. Yeah, that's not bad. All right, you legend. Thank you so much, Bestman, for dropping by. Have a great night, my friend. We'll catch you in the next one. Yeah, but I totally agree. I think it needs to have a recast to continue a story. But let's talk about this. Natasha Louise Bordizzo came out. She was at Dragon Con, I want to say, saying that they're not going to start. Let's get an article up. Let's be statistical about this. She came out on a con. Here we go. Collider. Let's do Collider. They're chill, I guess. I think. Saying that they're not going to start production on Ahsoka until mid next year. Now, before we freak out, let's talk about it. 100%. It would just be awkward if they didn't continue it. But let's talk about this. Because I have multiple theories going on for this. But she was at, where was she? Revealed that filming for Ahsoka season 2 is not expected to commence until the summer of 2025, which is mid-year. That's winter for Australians. This means that the next chapter of the book of why do they call it the Book of Ahsoka? Won't hit Disney until 2026 at the earliest, making a substantial gap between the two seasons. Very, very interesting. I think that is there any more from this? But anyway, let's talk about it because I have thoughts. One, this might not be exactly accurate. She just said by this time, so it could start essentially any time before then. It could start any time before then. She just said by. I can't see where they've had the actual quote here, but there's an actual quote of her where she says by the summer. So, take that as you will. The other thing is, they mentioned it briefly here, is that they got the Mandalorian Grogu movies slated for May 2026, and we know it was in, kind of early production before. It's heading into more, continuing its production now, and Sigourney Weaver's on set, and that's traveling forward on its production line. But let's talk about that. This not, trying to be realistic of its time frame. If they've already started production, let's say June, July, preliminary, and then moving into it, they'll probably, I would assume, finish production probably anywhere between 9 to 12 months. So that's just about before summer next year for US, Northern Hemisphere, before summer next year for you guys, which is when Natasha's saying this. And who's a key character? Not character, but who's a key creator in the Mando movie in Ahsoka? Dave Filoni. So I think they're going to go, all right, thank you for making the Mando movie. Have a wrap. Go on a holiday for 2 weeks. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time for you to continue making the Ahsoka show. I think that's what's happening there. I think that's what's going down. I think that's the rough run of it. And, shows will be quicker to make. I think they could, crank out probably the production of this season maybe in less than 6 months, honestly, of filming, and then maybe another 6 months of post-production. So this is my theory, is that next year the only thing we'll be getting is Andor season 2. I think that's the only TV show we'll get next year. Maybe an animation show as well. I think we're yet to get announced of what's next for Star Wars animation. We'll get Andor season 2, then an animated show. So it's going to be one live action show per year. Then 2026, May's Mando movie, and then shortly after that, because they will be everyone's excited for a new Star Wars movie in theaters. Everyone's excited to see what's happening with Star Wars now. Everyone's excited with Thrawn's a big bad villain, which I think, and I think a lot of people think will be the villain in the Mando movie. He's a big bad villain. Who's he? I want to see more of him. Where did he come in the picture? Oh, there's Mandalorians about. Oh, there's Harrison Dula. Oh, there's Chopper. Oh, there's Zeb. Oh, there's all these people in the Mando movie. I want to know more about them. Regardless of how the movie will turn out, it is going to get numbers. It is a very, very culturally symbolic face of a character Grogu is now. They're going to get minimum, in my opinion, 500 mil for it. And in box office. So they're going to want something to follow that, to go, hey, if we hook in all these people with this movie. How about we keep shuffling them on to continue to watch the Ahsoka show? And we'll say, hey, this is actually all connected into all the characters you love and see of this movie. So I think it's going to be, May 2026 meta movie, and then maybe October, maybe even December for Ahsoka season 2. That's my theory. That's my theory. Exactly. Bang on, Mad Pete. How you doing? It's a long busy day. That's okay. Thank you for dropping by. Can't wait for Andor season 2 is going to go big. Yeah, and you know what? I'm actually quite excited. Surprisingly, I'm excited for Andor season 2. I totally agree with you there. But anyway, I digress deeply. We're going on a big tangent here, but today I just wanted to drop in. Like, this is such a random show. We don't usually do shows on a Friday, but it's been a year since this epic moment. I just wanted to share that love with you all watching along as well. Just reminisce on how epic this scene was. Again, just insane. And I made a post this morning being like if someone told my 9-year-old, any age self from that, to 13-year-old self that, hey, there's going to be like a real life Ahsoka Tano and Hayden Christensen is going to, play alongside her. They're going to have a story together. They're going to interact with each other, and it's Hayden, as Anakin. Like, if someone told me that when I was 12 years old, I would lose my damn mind. I would lose my mind at that concept. So it's, it's such a special moment. I think it just really changed how, I don't know. It felt like another Luke in End of Mando season 2 for me. Like that kind of magical moment where it's like, we're going to remember this for so long. This is such an epic moment. Such an epic moment. Hey, Galactic Cantina. Oh my God, Randy! How you doing, my friend? How you doing? Good to see you in the chat. And you're becoming a member? Thank you. I appreciate that, man. How you doing, legend? Oh, Shadow. Hayden came back when the show was still at its... what? Hayden came back to show he's still the best with a lightsaber. That's true. You can't beat him. He's just absolutely smooth as can be. Hey, what up from Adelaide? Shout out Adelaide. God, yeah. What's going on in Adelaide? What's going down? It should be early. Is it early there? It's like 8 a.m. or something? Shout out Adelaide. Thank you. You're doing well. You're doing well, Jordan. Good to see ya. Galactic Cantina enjoying the memberships as well. Oh my God, what is happening today? You guys are legends. But it's a big moment. It's a big moment having Anakin back in Star Wars. And I talked about this concept on the Star Wars Underworld podcast, but I made the comment that I think, talking about productions and shows and what Disney needs to do and stories, at the moment, that this has been for a long time, Hayden Christensen is the Robert Downey Jr. of Star Wars. If not, probably even bigger. I want to fight me if you're a Marvel fan. I think even bigger. I think they need to give us a Hayden show. Like, give us an Anakin show. Honestly, like how good would that eat up? Dude, that would be amazing. That would be so cool. Maybe not Anakin. Well, maybe, I don't know. I'll definitely watch it regardless. But you know what I mean? Like, I think they need to bet on fans flocking to watch him. And I think you can look at the numbers of Ahsoka season 1 and see that peak. Like, there's a massive mountain of watch time for episode 4 and 5, and they got to listen to that. Tony, what are you doing here? Get out of here! Oh man, Baylan Merrick coming in, fan you through Star Wars Sith. I found Star Wars Sith through you. I don't know what that means, but thank you so much. Appreciate it. Oh, dude, why did I think we had a time difference? I'm in Sydney. I thought we had a time difference. My bad. Well, to be fair, there's a 30-minute time difference. Not insane. Returning coming in with the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate it, man. What the hell are you doing here? And if my stream would come here, dude. We're reminiscing about Hayden in these episodes. What is your do you want, oh my God, do you want to come on the show, Tony? Do you actually want to come on and talk about Hayden for a second? I'll send you the link right now if you wouldn't want to come on. I'll see you the link right now if you actually want to come on. Because I was gonna say, hey, what do you remember of this just like insane moment of last year of Hayden being back? Because yeah, a monumental moment. Oh my god, really? Would you come on? Oh my god, hang on. Hang on, yeah, I'll send it to you by Instagram. This is the best random show ever. Where the hell are we? Where are you? Why can't I? Okay, there we go. Get in here. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, Tony. Oh man, difficult because I feel Star Wars needs to learn to stand on its own 2 feet without big obvious characters, but Disney have been fumbling that so badly, so we kind of need to lean into it instead. Yeah, that's what I think, Kirsty. That's what I think. I think we need to lean into it. Come on, I'd watch anything with Anakin in it. Get in here. Where's Tony? Where is he? I see the link here. I see it. This is so fun. This is gonna be so fun.
Hey,
Hey, brother, how you doing?
good. How you doing?
You're sweating. What are you working on over there?
We were playing Survivor for like 2 hours straight.
Yeah, but why are you sweating though? Like, why?
Just the lights in here.
Oh, right.
It's intense.
Gotcha.
The Empire was chasing me.
Yeah.
Very intense.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I popped in. I put you live on the show for a bit. I was just like, let's troll.
That's awesome.
So good. What? Hey, Anakin, dude.
Oh,
You know the guy. You're besties with him because you keep seeing him now. We're just like literally vibing this time last year. Like that was insane. What an insane few weeks that it was just having Hayden Christensen in Star Wars again.
it was amazing, and like that 2-week period, like from the end of episode 4 through episode 5, like I feel like the fandom was good and everybody was happy. Like everybody was positive, everybody was excited. I remember we knew Hayden was going to be in the 5th episode, but we didn't know he was going to pop up at the end of the 4th. And during my reaction video, I was so shocked when he was like, "Hey, Snips," and you saw him. Like I almost started crying in my reaction video at the end. Like I was tearing up. I was getting emotional because I didn't expect it, and he looked so good. It was it's just you said before, like Hayden's the Robert Downey Jr. of like Marvel, like hands down, man. Hands down.
Yeah.
Oh.
100%. And I was talking about that reveal. Like I think they did the reveal of him so well because obviously it was heavily thought about, like, oh, he could definitely come into the show. Yeah. And then it was like almost pretty much confirmed he was going to be in the show.
In the trailer, we heard his voice. But never saw him. Yeah. Right. Yep.
Sure, that's right. And then but I think even knowing all that, like you just said, like just having that moment, because episode 4, mind you, and I was saying this earlier, I was like, it was a dope episode. That was a sick episode.
It was.
It was like all through the woods, Huang fighting the HKs. There was like another battle at the end with Baylan. Like it was amazing, and it stands on its own, that episode. And I think that's why it was just such a great, like, you kind of are on the come down. You can feel the episode is about to wrap up. It feels like it's ended, and I think it's Baylan looking out to the sea, or maybe Sabine looking out at the end there, and then that's when it cuts to, like, Ahsoka being in the world, like lying down. Oh, just unreal.
That fade in was insane because it panned to the water, and then the water turned into the bridge at the World Between Worlds, and I was like my reaction to that was so funny because I was like, that's the World Between Worlds. Like I was freaking out because I didn't expect that in there, and then Hayden's in the World Between Worlds. Like it just blew my mind. Oh, so good.
Unreal moment. Moment. What's the sock thing, dude? What are people talking about socks for?
It started in Josh's stream at Den of Nerds, and then all of a sudden they came in my stream dropping socks. I think it's like a sexual nerdy thing. Yeah.
That is hilarious. Naughty boys. That's so funny.
Yes,
I love it.
they are.
I love it. Oh, sharing that race, I love though. This is so good, so good. But
Yes.
I mean, talking about Hayden.
Oh,
Another thing we mentioned is like how he can, because it's been fairly confirmed that he's going to be in season 2. Well, the chat schooled me saying, I was like, is he going to be in season 2? And everyone's like, he'll be in season 2. So
yeah.
what's he going to do?
There's a
do you
lot
think?
of like rumors and leaks that supposedly he's going to be in season 2 a lot, which, hey, I hope that's true. But like, I can see him, because he's a Force ghost. He's on Peridia, right? I can see it maybe tying into the Mortis stuff, because he's the father. Ahsoka's the daughter. Like, what's calling the Baylan? So I think it's going to be some continuation of the Mortis stuff from Clone Wars. And I think Anakin's going to somehow be the father.
It's interesting to consider that, because I think with the Mortis stuff, not that I forget, but I kind of overlooked when we were talking, when everyone was talking about all the Mortis stuff when season 1 was happening, of like how intense Ahsoka's actual storyline is to that event and that experience that she had. Like she died and like
she died. Yeah.
I was like, geez.
Yeah.
So I do wonder if there's gotta be almost like they revisit that concept in a way where they talk about like Ahsoka has a certain other energy. Like you said, she could be the daughter. Like, but what does that actually mean, and how does that manifest, and like how does that impact other things? And how does that be balanced? It's interesting. Yeah. So do you think Abeloth is the mother, or like someone in the Abeloth symbol kind of role? Is it Abeloth? Is it someone? What's going down there?
I hope Abeloth is there. I hope Peridia is where Abeloth is like trapped, and like I hope that it's her that's calling to Baylan, and maybe Baylan gets there and accidentally lets her loose. But like, what I would want would for Abeloth to take the image of Padme, like Natalie Portman, be the mother.
Okay, explain this to me.
Because that would mess with Anakin so bad, because he's there on Peridia, and Ahsoka, because technically from Clone Wars, Ahsoka knows Padme. They know each other. So it would hit both of them if she came and looked like Padme, but she was really evil and she was the mother. That'd be wild.
That is wild. That is wild. And what would the story be? Like, do you think it would be like Anakin and Ahsoka have to defeat her then? Somehow kill her in a way?
Maybe like re-trap her, like say she gets loose. Because like it was the father, the son, and the daughter that trapped her in there. I guess that's how it was, like in the books or whatever. So I haven't read those books yet. I want to read them to learn more, but it's like a 9-book series. But I might thug it out because I want to know about Abeloth, especially if she pops up. But I don't know how they could do it. I just want Dave to give us more Mortis stuff, because that stuff is so interesting to me. Like when we saw the 3 Mortis statues in that finale of Ahsoka, I had a heart attack. I was like, yo, the father, the son, the like that's Mortis. And it just brought me right back to Clone Wars, and I love that feeling. So I trust Dave. Just give us more of that storyline, please.
Absolutely. And like the more I talk about even the Mando movie coming up, and Ahsoka to season 2 and what could happen in it, the more I'm seeing they could really do quite a sharp turn with the Ahsoka story, where it's less of that focus of Thrawn being back in the Empire, and it was the Empire and back in the real galaxy, New Republic era, but then the Thrawn threat is kind of handed over to the almost Mandalorian storyline. That's going to be in the movie, and that's Din and Hera and Ezra now, like everyone, like that group. That's the movie storyline of like trying to stop Thrawn of being back. And then Ahsoka season 2 is just Ahsoka, Sabine, and Baylan and Shin on Peridia.
I think that too. At first, I thought it was all going to connect and jump from the movie to the show to the movie or whatever. But no, like you just said, I think it's going to be different stories. And Thrawn is now Mando's problem, but he got his boy Ezra. He got Luke there. So
Mm.
they'll bring them in, and I want Ahsoka to stay separate and have her own storyline in Peridia. Mortis gods, like the Zepho statues were there, or Zepho like writing. Like, what if they bring in some Zepho stuff, just like Fallen Order? Like, there's a lot they could do on Peridia, and like stay in Peridia. Peridia is so interesting to me because like Night Sisters, Zepho, and Mortis. Like, what the hell is up with that planet? That's cool. I want to
Yeah.
know more about
Yeah.
Peridia.
Like everything ever is on Peridia. Like
Yeah.
every kind of spiritual thing ever is there. So it's like, what's gonna
Yeah.
go down?
Yeah.
And don't forget the little like turtle people are there too.
Oh,
so
the
they're big
Navi?
power plays. I don't know. The Navi, yeah.
Right? The
They're
Navi?
there.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you never know. They can take Abeloth. Maybe they take Abeloth down.
Oh my god. That'd be ridiculous.
So good. It's
Oh,
so
man.
good. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're loving this
Yes.
chat. This is so random. This is so fun. I love
Oh
this.
yes.
How to get you on, man? This is so great. Love a spontaneous stream. But we're having a good time. Maybe anyone think Luke will show up in Dave's movie or in Ahsoka season 2? That's a good point. You mentioned Luke before. What do you think?
So I don't know what to think anymore because I assumed everything was gonna connect, like the Mando movie to Ahsoka to Dave's movie. Now I feel like the Mando movie might just connect to maybe another season of Mando. And like, what if the Ahsoka season 2 is setting up Dave's movie, and Dave's movie we all assumed was Heir to the Empire? What if it's just like a crazy ass Abeloth movie? Like Abeloth gets loose in season 2 of Ahsoka, and then the movie is just trying to contain her.
That's
I
really
don't-
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what to think anymore. It's almost like, are they even going to connect, or is Dave going to just do his own thing with Ahsoka? Because Ahsoka's
Make a
his
story.
baby. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Because we were another thing we were chatting about is the timeline. Obviously, Natasha this week talking about how they're not starting production on Ahsoka till summer next year.
Which I thought was
And-
weird.
Yes, it feels really long away, but then I kind of analyzed it of if we're starting Mando movie production now, or
They
for the
already
past, like,
did.
month or two,
Yeah.
yeah, they'll probably wrap by spring for you guys next year. March, April, May, probably May, probably. And then I was like, they're gonna go, hey Dave, take a 2-week holiday, and then we'll see you in 2 weeks. To start the
Celebration.
production. Oh
Yeah.
celebration, true.
Yeah. Celebration's
Go to
April.
celebration, promote this, and then when you come back, start on Ahsoka. So I to be honest, that timeline sort of lines up of the ending of the Mando production and then into Ahsoka production. So I'm like, oh, that seems logical then, because they need, Dave can't be everywhere in a way.
Maybe, but how long? Like, I don't know how long it takes for them to film movies, but what if they finish filming Mando by like December or January? Then, like in February or March, they could start filming Ahsoka. Because what I want is them to film a little bit. That way, at Celebration, they bring us something. Because for Ahsoka season 1, they literally started filming the week before Anaheim Celebration. It was the week before, and they brought us a little sizzle reel. So I just hope they start filming before Japan Celebration, because selfishly, I want us to see something about Ahsoka season 2 on the screen in Japan.
They got it. And I think, apart, because statistically, I just think, like, from my perspective of the fandom, you might agree, is that alongside Mandalorian season 1 and Mandalorian season 2, Ahsoka is the most positively talked about show. It has its criticisms and it's got, like, things that people don't like about it, but as in terms of a show and enjoyment and engagement, I feel like it's the most, like, oh, I love that, and no, that episode of Anakin was great. Like, that's mostly what I hear about Ahsoka these days. So I think they gotta, like, Lucasfilm's got to run with that at the moment, like, and especially at Celebration. I think I totally agree. I think they got to give us something and kind of hype it up for us, because I think it's it's good. It's good.
And they got to let us know what is going on, because like we're just after Skeleton Crew and Andor season 2 and Ahsoka season 2 and the movies, like we don't know what's next or what they're doing. So hopefully that they let us know that Dave's movie is about this, and then Mando season 4 is coming out after the Mando movie. Like, I just need clear structure, like how Marvel and Kevin Feige lets them know you have all this good stuff coming, and Marvel fans are happy because they have Avengers, Secret Wars, and Doctor Doom, and Fantastic Four, and X-Men. Us, after next year, we don't know what we're getting.
We're reading scraps to try and piece together what's happening.
Yeah, it sucks.
I think I definitely think it's so interesting to analyze like the in what direction they're going with right now.
Yeah.
And there does feel that there has been this shift, and they're going, oh, I'm going to do less shows, more focus on movies. And I think by Celebration next year, they'll be set. I think they've worked out their plan for Star Wars animation, and they're gonna, and if they're not gonna announce it before Celebration, they'll announce it at Celebration, like what the plan for that is, and they'll have a more cemented plan of the movies and shows for the next like 3-5 years. I think I'm kind of suspending, because I'm kind of with you. I'm like, what is happening with anything? But my bet is on Celebration will be the clarity of all that, and just be like, hey, these are winners. It's coming out. This is what you've got to look forward to. Well, is what I hope, at least.
Yeah, allegedly, there's like 2 or 3 projects that they're working on right now that nobody knows about.
That's so interesting.
Yeah,
that's so interesting to me.
And I don't know if it's like animated or live action or a movie or a show, but I think Celebration, we're gonna get like a ton of information, like a crazy amount.
Yeah. Oh, I still can't believe we're gonna be there. We're gonna be there together. It's so
it's
good.
Gonna be so much fun. I cannot wait.
Unreal. Let's look at some soupies. Galactic Cantina saying, what if they make focus on mortar stuff and they make us forget about Thrawn, and he comes back with a big surprise bang. I apologize. This was like, I'm already like so late to these super chats. That fair thought. I do agree in a way, but I do think the Thrawn kind of it's Thrawn will happen in the Mando movie. I think that's where this comes. But do you 100%.
think the Mando movie is going to be about Thrawn, or is it going to be about Mando? Like, what is the movie about? I'm so confused.
It'll be a simple, okay, here we go. Here's how the movie will go. Well, it opens that Mando and Grogu are on Navarro. They're chilling at the little homestead, and we'll get this kind of like cute little sequence of like Din being like, no, like pick up the rock this way. Grogu will be like, ah, and then we'll get this kind of heartwarming opening to the movie. Then beep 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 goes the comlink. It's Carson Teva going, oh my god, we've just had a giant Chimera Empire ship blasting back into our galaxy. We need your help. I think that'll be, and then there's your movie, there's your storyline. Din's got to go help stop this giant Chimera with Thrawn on its ship.
My only thing though is there's no way in one movie you could defeat Thrawn. There's no way they're gonna like find Thrawn, figure out how to beat him and defeat him in one movie. I think that's too quick, right? Like 2.5 hours, that would be long for a movie. You think in 2.5 hours they'll do a whole storyline where they find Thrawn, get enough people to take him out? It took Rebels 2 seasons to take him out.
That's fair. I think they could. I don't think it'll end with death though. I will admit that. I think there'll be some sort of conclusion, like they'll have some sort of battle and attempt, but neither Din or Thrawn will die. Yeah. And then the storyline will continue and maybe time back into Dave's movie. And that's the big kind of climb. That's the big conclusion to the Mandoverse, because we'll have like Mando movie, Ahsoka season 2, Dave's movie.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, man, we get into the rabbit holes, don't we? Oh my god. $2 coming in from CG saying get the cast of Survivor in while you're at it. Yeah, talking about Peridia. I think that was mentioned when you were talking about Peridia. Get the Survivor crew in there for some reason. I don't know.
Oh yeah, like is Tanalorr by Peridia? Are they in the same galaxy?
Oh yeah. There you go. Come on, I want to see Grease and like Baylan.
Oh god, Yes.
You know what would be great if Grease has a crush on Shin. That is a storyline I want to see.
Oh, I would love that. That would be so funny. Oh my god.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Yes.
Haunted coming in with $5 dues. My problem with this production timeline is I'm 41 this year. I'd like to see them all come to fruition before I am Social Security.
Oh
That's
man.
so good. That's so good. Oh, I love it. And agreeing. I love how chat's agreeing. I love that. So good. Oh, Jason popping in. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? You're gonna trust what they're gonna tell you at Celebration. That's a good point, Kirsty.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 2 giant gaping movies that they mentioned last Celebration that we've barely gotten any movement on. I mean, we've gotten little crumbs of the Rey movie being like Daisy Ridley's being like, oh, I'm about to read a script or haven't done it yet. What's the other?
Yeah,
Goldie Boy.
Oh,
What's his name? James.
not The Last Jedi, Dawn of the Jedi. James Mangold.
Dawn of the Jedi. Yeah, Goldie Boy. That you see, that's who I meant.
Yeah.
Mangold. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, where's he? What's happening with that?
Yeah,
that has not been mentioned since.
And the Rey movie, like, what's up? Like, I kind of want to see like what they would do to get like give her a chance. Maybe it'll be good, but like, bro, they can't even get a script. Just forget it. Just forget it. Just forget it.
Yeah, I feel like we should just like be like
reset.
Just great enthusiasm. Just relax. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm so stressed. Oh, that was wild. That's a fair point though. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Jason's saying the Mando movie is going to have a Rogue One feel. It's a very small scale, character-driven story amidst the backdrop of Threat of Thrawn. Yeah, I think that's my bet. That's a strong bet there.
I think at Celebration we'll get like a full trailer for the Mando movie. We're gonna see it first. 100%. We're gonna get that trailer before everybody else.
Yeah. 100%. I think, because I think this is the time to really culminate like all the kind of cameo characters as well, like Zeb, just seeing Zeb in the Sizzle trailer thing, like it's like everyone's like, oh my god, Zeb finally.
I was pumped, but like, why wasn't Zeb in Ahsoka? Like Zeb's in
That's
Mando,
true.
but not in Ahsoka. So 100%. Weird.
It's so true. That's so true. I'm like, did he like have like a scene, but they were like, oh, not good enough in the end? I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, so weird.
CG is a big Survivor fan. I've been on the tail lately to get the Survivor group in live action. $5 dues. Well, I mean, you've been literally you've come from Survivor, Tony. So
yeah,
I mean, maybe not for like Ahsoka season 2, but do you think, just as a side, these Survivor characters could come into live action? Have Merrin, Cal pop in somewhere?
They need to, but I think I don't know who's being greedy or selfish, but I feel like they want to finish the story in the games first and do the 3rd game first, and then maybe after that. But like I literally just said it on my stream. Cal should have popped up in Kenobi. They dropped the ball because literally in Kenobi, he swam and snuck into Fortress Inquisitorius the same exact way Cal did in the video game. How cool would it have been if Kenobi met with Cal and Cal was like, this is how you break into there. I've done it before. And he explains it to him and then he does it.
That would have been bloody awesome. Bloody flaming good. Yeah, I think you're on the money there. I think, and to your comment, I think, yeah, I bet they want to wrap up that 3rd game into Ben.
I would love though for Cal and Merrin to be somehow somewhere with Asajj and Quinlan, and like it'd be like a double date because they're Jedis with that.
Oh god!
like yeah, that's just be so funny. Date. Yeah,
this is the ultimate Star Wars double date. Yes. Oh my god, unreal! That's
2
so
Jedi,
good.
2 Dathomirians. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that is so good.
I would love that.
That would be a kick-ass movie. Like that's like Star Wars Fantastic Four shit. That is cool premise. 2 Dathomirians and 2 like
Jedi,
self-taught rogue Jedi now.
Yes.
Like,
I would love it. I kind of would like though, and like it's the age-old story, but I would love it if like Cal and Merrin had a movie or a show, and Cal or Merrin had twins, and you know, one grows up and is light, one grows up and is dark. I just love the story with twins. I just love it. It never gets old to me.
I like that idea. Yeah. I think did that happen in Clone Wars? Was there another twin thing in Clone Wars?
I know in Visions, I think there was stuff like in Visions like that, and I think a lot of legend stuff has stuff with like twins and stuff.
Because in Legends, Luke had twins. No, Leia had twins.
No, Luke had twins too. Because didn't he have? I thought he had like a Ben Solo and another one that was under Luke. There were so many kids in Legends I can't keep up with. There's a Jason Solo, a Ben Solo. I think there's some girls in there too. I don't know. There's a lot.
Yeah. It was wild. I remember it was like pre-Disney. There was like on Wikipedia like a Star Wars family tree, and I was like,
it's crazy.
I'm like, oh my god, there's so much.
Yeah,
insane. Crackpot theory coming in from Jason. Baylan, in his search for something new and different, finds the warp between worlds and goes back in time before the Jedi Order to start it in his view, but 10,000 years later, it's the same. That's mind-bending. What does that even mean?
That's wild.
So he goes back in time to change it, but it ends up being the same. That's really interesting. That's actually an interesting concept that, because Baylan's whole, like what he's going on about in season 1 was really, really interesting because he was like somehow saying a lot, but also not saying a lot of he wants to like discover and find the truth and he's all about the truth. And it's just such an interesting character that he's on about. So something insane like that. Yeah.
It's gonna be tough to recast him, but I hope they do it because like him and Shin were my favorite part of Ahsoka, so I want to know more about them. Their story needs to continue.
Yeah, I mean, she's looking over your shoulder right now. Like,
I know.
She's so good.
Not next Saturday. The following Saturday, I'm getting a photo and autograph with her because she's out here in Florida. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be amazing.
It is.
Oh, dude, I'm so happy for you.
Star Wars nerd in the chat, he's going too. There's a bunch of us going out there.
Oh, that's unreal. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yep.
She's amazing. She's so cool. They're doing such a great, like, I'm so impressed. It's a year on from Ahsoka, and like that cast is still on the rounds of doing cons.
Everywhere.
And they're so booked. Everyone loves them. It's so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah, I met 2 weeks ago when I went to Chicago. I met Ezra again, Amon Esfandi again. He's such a vibe. That's the second time I met him. He's just such a cool dude.
I love that. I think give us an Ezra show. I would watch that. I would watch an Ezra show of before Ahsoka season 1 of like what he did on Peridea. And like,
him and Thrawn.
Trying to like work with Thrawn. Oh, that'd be sick. Oh, please be that.
So sick.
Galactic Cantina pointing at Quinlan and Cal both have psychometry powers, so they would connect well.
Ooh, that's true. That's true.
I like that. So true. Man, I wanna like study up on my force powers. There's so many force powers I don't know, but I know that one. But so many more. Another $5 news. How Lucasfilm cast Cameron Houston for the model, created the beloved character, and then dropped the ball on putting him in live action. What? I don't think it's possible yet. I think you have, to be honest, Tony, you did have a point of like, I agree. I think him and Kenobi would have been sick. I think that would have been
perfect.
He did so well. Oh,
perfect.
Would have been unreal. But I don't say they like stuffed it yet, because I definitely think game 3, he doesn't die in the game, but it kind of wraps up his story there, and then we get, a little bit of an older Cal in the Mando. Even the Mando movie, or just in the Mandoverse at some point. I think that could happen still.
They teased us so hard in Mando season 3 when he was there with Pelimoto and the BD-1 droid came down, because I thought it was BD-1 right away.
Oh my god, yes, me too. I thought that was like ready for our cameo now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, me too. Me too. Oh yeah, here's the kids. Jason.
See?
What is that name? Janaea?
Janaea.
Anakin are the solo kids in Legends.
Yep.
There you go.
A bunch of them.
Oh, I love it. Iman, such a cool and lovely dude. Yeah,
yes,
he's so
he is.
And that's all the time. He does music. What a cool guy.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Basically, Baylan was and is and will always be the Jedi Prime. Ooh,
the first Jedi.
think he's like peak Jedi?
I don't know,
In terms
but I want more of him, man. It just sucks because like they could have did a show just about him, and I feel like everybody would have loved him. Because I don't remember hearing anybody during Ahsoka complain about Baylan. Like they complain about Thrawn being fat and like Sabine and this and that.
Yes.
But nobody
Fat shaming Thrawn.
Yeah, nobody ever
He's-
said nothing about
yeah.
Baylan that I remember.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I think I don't know what it was about him. What made Baylan and Shin good characters?
Because they felt so old, but they were so new. Like they felt like a little prequel-ish and OT trilogy-ish. It was like a mixture of both. So it was so familiar, but we don't know them at all. That's what I loved about them, and that's what like made me so happy to see that they could give us new characters that we love and fall in love with right away, which I was surprised that they could do that. Because you know how picky us Star Wars fans are. We just want Luke and Anakin and all the same stuff. But like Baylan and Shin are new. I love them.
I think what struck me with the introduction of their characters, and I think your explanation there was really right, of there was something so familiar about them, but we don't know them. Is that I think they characterized them so well. Like even the introduction of Shin, and they did that whole thing where they really mirrored Darth Maul on Tatooine.
Yeah.
With the going out and he's looking over it and he's back. Like the whole thing, that whole symmetry, was very Star Wars to kind of show that symmetry between characters and like a scene of some sort. So maybe that just building that familiarity, being like, oh, this is a Star Wars character, this is a new Star Wars character, who is this? I think really piqued that interest. So yeah, you're so right there. I think
even when they first got on the ship in that first episode, it was like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and Phantom Menace when they first arrived on that ship. It was kind of like that, Baylan and Shin.
Yeah, 100%. Great scene. I just watched that yesterday. That episode again, man. Oh, so
good.
Woo! Juicy. It was juicy.
Yeah.
Unreal. Dave coming in saying there are too many expectations when creating live action characters, especially those who were beloved in animation or in a video game. Can't appease everyone, especially Star Wars fans. What is your opinion on Rosario's portrayal of Ahsoka?
So I liked it. So I was a Rosario fan before Ahsoka. I've always loved her. Like in her other movies, she was in Daredevil on Netflix, so she was in the Marvel universe. I loved her and everything she's done. So when I saw her as Ahsoka in that first episode of Mando, she felt like Ahsoka to me, and I liked her portrayal. Now, I know in the Ahsoka show, a lot of people were like, oh, she was very flat and emotional the first half, but it was part of the story because she was still depressed after Rebels. And then as soon as she met Anakin again, got that lesson, at the end, she was like brightened up. She was happier. She's a different person. So in season 2, she'll be a lot different than she was in season 1. But I love her as Ahsoka. I love her I have no problem with her as Ahsoka.
Thank you. Yes. Oh,
yeah.
I'm the same person. I totally agree. I think she did a research, basically. Like she did her research of all this character, and it just came out so good. So good. I love it. Tony, you should bring his shin cutout for the autograph and express his love for her.
I thought about it.
The cutout.
I thought about it because like it's driving distance, so it'd be easy to bring it in my car. But then like I'd have to carry it in, and if she's not there right away and she's late, I don't want to be there for like 2 hours waiting in line with a giant cutout like a jabroni. So I might bring it and just have it in my car. Because like, what if it's the middle of the day and I see she has no line? I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna run outside and get it. But I'm still I have a plaque that I'm gonna get signed from her. But I might do a second one because it's just another reason to see her. So we'll see.
Yeah. She's so special. She's so cool.
Yeah.
Christy agreeing here, saying Baylan Shin is a good example of creating new, interesting characters to move away from the mainstays. They need to build on that. Yeah, I think that's super true. And I think for Star Wars to grow its kind of everlasting impact, like it already has this very reverent fan base and will always be what it is. But I think to build on that story-wise, we need to focus in and lean into these new characters that are connecting with audiences like Baylan and Shin. I agree.
Because other than that, there's been no other new characters that people... I mean, maybe in Andor, a lot of people like Luthen in Andor and like, you know, people in Andor, but like everything else, there's no like new character that people are like fell in love with, like Baylan and Shin.
I can kind of. Well, Bad Batch is hard because it's like, well, it's kind of based on things that were before.
In live action, animated, I love
Oh,
everything
yeah,
in animated, so I'm biased for animated.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
That's true. But yeah, for live action, that's a good, fair point.
Yeah. No, animation, they give us, bro, I fell in love with Mayday so quick in that episode, and then they took him away in the same episode.
Just quickly. Mayday. Mayday. Oh, it's so good. So good. Post snips, Ahsoka, yeah. That's so true.
Yeah.
Omega's a pretty, get back to animated, but like Omega's pretty good. Like a character.
I like Omega. The first 2 seasons, I really didn't care that much about her, but she grew some balls in the 3rd season and was a little badass. So I liked her in the 3rd season.
She grew some
balls. Yup. She was tough.
Yeah, 100%. She definitely had the Ahsoka experience where it's like everyone was like, annoying kid, but then she like went through like, you know, grew up and experienced more, and it was like, this is a character. Yeah, 100%. This is an interesting thought. If they ever gave us Amiga in live action, number one, I should play Amiga live action.
You got the voice already, so you're there.
I know. I'm already down for it. Come on. You just give me a blonde wig. I'm down. Would hit as hard as the animated version. I think it'll be the same experience as like Ahsoka, to be honest. Like it'll just, you know, get the right performer, get the right actress to do it, and should be good.
Yeah. It could be cool because like if they did it and they had her like with Asajj or with somebody else and they just popped up in live action. Like, why don't we have Asajj in live action already? Come on. Oh,
really? Asajj live action? Who would play her? Who's the voice actress of it? What's her name?
I forgot her name, but I'm sure they could find someone that can play her. I mean, they're gonna just be bald in makeup and just have to just talk like that. But nah, I would love Asajj. Tamora. Yeah.
What a guy. What a legend. I think he'll be in the movie. I think that whole, I don't know. I don't know your thoughts on that whole thing that came out a few weeks ago about like him saying,
if he was in the movie, it's not like he's gonna say, he can't. So and like he could pop up in the movie as anybody. This dude is 100 million different roles. He could be any clone.
Yeah. 100%. Thank you, CG. $5 dues. I would be the Omega. Thank you. Hunter. There you go. Audition done. Hunter. That's so good. Echo, tick. It's unreal. Oh man. Oh my god. What the hell are we doing here? What time is it for you? What are you doing here?
It's only 9:17 over here on Friday.
Okay, not bad.
In America.
Nice, crisp.
What time is it right now for you? It's like the day?
Yeah, it's like 11 a.m. on a Saturday for me here. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, life's good. I literally was late to my stream this morning. Because I got a new Funko Pop this morning. I got a Facebook Marketplace.
Leia classic.
Yeah, I surprisingly didn't have. Well, I have like it's from Last Jedi Leia, but I wanted original trilogy Leia.
Yeah.
How good does it look? Like it's just so crispy. But,
classic.
Yeah, anyway, that's what I was doing this morning. Anyway, when's your next con? When are you next going out?
So not next Saturday. The following in 2 weeks, Ocala Comic Con. Shin's gonna be there. Ray Park's gonna be there. So I'm doing that for 1 day. But then next month, I'm going to Tennessee to ICCC. And that convention, oh my God. So I'm getting autographs from, this is going to be nuts. Warwick Davis is going to be there. So I'm going to get his autograph. Greedo from A New Hope, the actor that played Greedo, is going to be there.
That's sick.
That's dope. Wedge Antilles is going to be there. So Wedge, of course I got to see Wedge, get an autograph from Wedge.
Yep.
Timothy Zahn is going to be there. Bro, he created
Amazing.
Thrawn. Legend.
Amazing.
And the last guy, you might have heard of him before, Lando Calrissian, Billy D. Williams. He's gonna be there.
I know him.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be meeting like basically a bunch of OT and legends, and I cannot wait. Yeah, it's gonna be a blast.
ICC.
Yeah.
Betcha. I can't wait. You vlogging? You doing day
Oh
vlog?
yeah, all 4 days. I'll be recording nonstop. I got the press pass, so we'll get in a little bit
So good.
earlier.
Unreal.
Yes.
Unreal. Speaking of legends, I don't know if you saw my post. I've got 2 legends books.
Oh yeah, you did that live unboxing, right? Someone said that to you.
yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Someone used it to me. Have you read either of these, or have you read many legends at all?
No, I've only read Dooku Jedi Lost, which is amazing. If you haven't read that, and Plagueis, the Plagueis novel,
Yeah.
so good. And Dark Disciple, I read. Dark Disciple feels like a Lost Clone Wars arc, and I think it is. So I've read those 3 completely. But there's so many good books. I just never have time.
I know. Yeah,
It's
I did.
tough.
I did audio book of Plagueis because it was so long and like so dense.
Yeah.
And I just like put it on like 1.5 speed to just like try and crank through it as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Which me.
Yo, Dave, I am gonna ask Greedo that question. I'm sure everybody asked him that question, but
Yeah, he probably gets that every time.
I legit want to ask him. I want to say, what direction did George give you in that scene? Was the direction that Han shot first or you shot first? I want to word it like that just to like see if I could get a cool conversation out of him.
That's so cool. I love him. That's so fun. How old is he now? Do you know like how old is
His name is Paul Blake. So he's from the UK. So they're actually flying him in. But I'm gonna I'll tell you right now what his age is. I'm gonna Google it. He's an old dude though.
Yeah.
75 years old. He's 75.
What a guy.
From Birmingham, UK. He's gonna be out there. So Greedo.
Yeah. That's so cool though that like, there's still so many creatives and different people, actors that were like a part of those original trilogy movies that, really added to, the legacy of those movies that are like still around and still like connected to it. So that's so cool. I love that.
So
Random.
I might get his autograph too, but like I might run out of money. But the sand trooper from A New Hope that said to Obi-Wan and Luke, move along, he's gonna be there too.
Oh damn! See,
That's
like that is
cool.
so
That's
niche,
cool.
but like so
Yeah.
random. So good.
Because that line is iconic. Everybody knows that. Move along. Like that guy is gonna be there. Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah. I love how Americans say the word again. Hey, yeah, how do you say it?
Birmingham. How do you say it?
I would say Birmingham. Like you kind of soften the H.
Birmingham.
I think it's less of like it's
Birmingham?
not like a ham slice. I think it's
Birmingham.
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 Birmingham. I think our accents are making this difficult as well.
I know.
Trying to translate from each other.
Wait till we go to Japan. Our accents are going to be even worse there because either way, they're not going to know what we're saying.
I can't wait. What was I going to say about Japan? Oh, damn it. What was I going to say?
I ordered some more yen today.
Oh, did ya? Yeah, yen to Australian dollar is not great right now. I'm like waiting. I don't know if
Really?
it'll pick up. It's like.
Well, the yen is the lowest it's ever been, so it's only going to get worse and go up. So you need to start getting it now.
Oh, crikey. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Jeez. I'll just trade in laughter. I don't know. Like a jester.
Yeah.
This shows that people like Hayden will have gigs for his entire life, no matter what he does in his career. Yeah, true. That's true. Can't beat it.
Yeah.
I was born in Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh.
We say the way. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe that's the American.
America.
Birmingham.
Let's go.
Yeah. America.
America.
Love it. Iconic. Well, let's close out this stream. Thank you so much for coming on. What a crazy time.
Anytime.
Insane,
If I'm home, I'm always down to hop on. Just don't even say anything. Just send the link and I'll click
no
it.
context. I won't even tell you what we're talking about. Just get the hell in here. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we're doing now. Sounds good. Sounds like a good plan. Thank you so much, live chat, for jumping in and having a good time with us tonight. And we started off with a very meaningful, very how special is Hayden Christensen, and then now we're roasting each other the way Tony's here. Everyone's roasting each other how we say things. I love it. What a good time. Thanks for hanging out, gang. I'll see you in the next stream. And probably some, I don't know what we'll do in the next stream. Probably building something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But have a great rest of your night, and I'll catch you later. Make sure, Tony, can you say it? What should they make sure to always choose
The race side.
Oh, nailed it. Yes, brother.
Yeah, suckers. Yeah.
Suckers. So do the roar. Can you do the roar?
Of course. Right now?
Yeah, let me mute and then we'll do the roar. Ready? You wait for the music to end its cycle thing. Alright, ready?
Roar!